the Congress. The Delhi Congress workers, under the leadership of DPCC President Anil Kumar, will gherao the Aam Aadmi Party office. Now we know that the Congress has been going on the offensive and they've been training their guns on AAP. We're joined by my colleague Akash with more details. Akash, we know AAP got no respite from the Congress. The Congress had also alleged that the ruling party was using these agencies in a vindictive manner. But when it came to this excise policy, they're saying that they want to see all those leaders of AAP behind bars, in fact, because they said that this is going to prove the kind of corruption that runs in the Aam Aadmi Party. And now the latest news is that they will be gheraoing the Aam Aadmi Party office.
That's right, Shilpa, and Congress has been protesting against this particular policy from November 2021, because at that time, in fact, we saw that how Congress party was not in favor of implementation of this particular policy. But at this point in time, while CBI has taken over the case, in fact, an FIR has been registered where Manish Sisodia is one of the accused. Now Congress party is basically demanding for the resignation or, for the removal of the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia. And that's the reason why, this development is coming, where we are learning that Congress party is all set for a protest outside the Aam Aadmi Party's office. Other than that, let me show you the visuals. This is the particular place which was the center of attraction yesterday, because by 8:15 or 8:30 yesterday, CBI team reached this particular venue. This is the official residence of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, and for 14 hours, we saw how drama unfolded, and at around 10:30 in the evening, CBI officers took some documents and left from this particular place. But, talking about these developments, we are seeing a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of political drama, as well as, in terms of investigation, we are seeing that how now CBI is investigating this case, where Deputy Chief Minister is one of the accused, and also, the Excise Minister, the next Excise Minister, Gopi Arva Krishnan, and also some other officers who are very much linked with this particular policy. So at this point in time, we have two aspects of the story. The first one is the political aspect, where we are learning that Congress party is all set to protest against, Manish Sisodia. And on the other hand, we have the investigation going on, though we haven't got any sort of confirmation as to if today the CBI officers or the ED officers will come to this particular place. But politics on this particular issue is completely, on and off. And now we are witnessing a war of words between the parties. Also, we are expecting that today also, we'll be expecting some sort of political comments where BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, will be attacking each other.
Well, yes, indeed, Akash, I think we can expect that to go on. In fact, we have Rupashri Nanda, who's live with us from Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Rupashri, we've been seeing a very spirited response from Kejriwal. He said not only was this right after the New York Times article, but also the fact that as soon as we gain some national prominence as well, this kind of attack has happened. And AAP Sanjay Singh has said that this kind of raid has now sealed the fact that the 2024 election is going to be between Kejriwal and Modi. So clearly AAP trying to spin this to their advantage. But what is the public perception now following the continued attacks from BJP and Congress and now these raids?
Shilpa, to your first question, I would like to say that in terms of public perception, it remains to be seen whether these raids on Manish Sisodia and allegations of transfer of money from one person to another person on behalf of public servants actually has dented the image of the Aam Aadmi Party in the minds of the public or not. And remember, that is the battle that the Aam Aadmi Party is constantly trying to fight. It is trying to protect its image in front of the people, because it has to protect Delhi. It has also stakes in Gujarat, and it also has national ambitions. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal has already announced that he will tour across the country to garner support to make India #1, and that is just a sort of a fig leaf for the national ambitions of the Aam Aadmi Party. And Aam Aadmi Party has been completely on the attack mode since yesterday. For the Aam Aadmi Party, attack, it seems, is the best mode of defense. But if you look at the FIR, if you look at the kind of the agencies that are investigating Manish Sisodia's role in the Delhi excise scam, then there is cause for concern also within the Aam Aadmi Party. Essentially, for the legal team of the Aam Aadmi Party, now it is wait and watch, and the FIR has been filed now. Perhaps more investigation will happen before a charge sheet is filed. And then if, as it is being feared by many people within the Aam Aadmi Party, and also as our sources are also telling us, if Sisodia it does get arrested, then there will be another crisis for the Aam Aadmi Party's government, because who then is going to handle all the portfolios that Manish Sisodia is handling. The other point I wanted to make, the question that you were asking to Akash about Congress's protest in front of the Aam Aadmi Party's office. Now, this raid by the EDI on Manish Sisodia actually has, very sharply polarized political parties. Congress party, which was on the receiving front a few days back, is now targeting the Aam Aadmi Party, because remember, it was Congress which ruled Delhi before the Aam Aadmi Party took over. It was Sheila Dikshit who ruled Delhi for 3 consecutive terms before Arvind Kejriwal took over. The other point I wanted to make is that yesterday, except for 3 political parties, that is the left, the DMK and a section of the Shiv Sena, no other political party actually spoke up for the Aam Aadmi Party. So in that sense, the kind of opposition unity that was being dreamt of by various opposition leaders also does not seem to be on very solid grounds. So for the Aam Aadmi Party, it seems it will be a long, lonely and hard battle, and which is why you saw the Aam Aadmi Party field all its top leaders yesterday in back-to-back press conferences, trying to capitalize on this moment and trying to turn this into a Modi versus Kejriwal battle.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Rupeshri. You're rightly pointing that out, the whole political scenario which has painted Aam Aadmi alone. Now, let's go across to my colleague Anshul, who's live with us from the Delhi BJP office. Anshul, we've seen the BJP go on repeated offensives against the Aam Aadmi Party, and they're not stopping. You know, in fact, they said that the New York Times piece was planted. They say that, you know, all your leaders are going to be in jail. So there is attack after attack. Are we also going to be seeing some protests on ground from the BJP? As we've heard, Congress is going to be gheroing the Aam Aadmi Party office.
Definitely, the BJP is definitely on the offensive since day one, especially against the Aam Aadmi Party and the kind of government that Aam Aadmi Party has been able to form over the past few years. The BJP, now the battle, it is a battle of perception between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. On one hand, where the BJP is trying to build a perception that Aam Aadmi Party is no longer a corruption-free party, but is actually a party that is involved in many discrepancies that has happened in this entire tenure of 7 to 8 years. Whereas the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to project Arvind Kejriwal as the main opposition figure when it comes to national politics, and that is the reason why we saw the number of press conferences that were done yesterday. Since morning, after approximately every half an hour, some senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party used to come and address the press and say that this is a battle of perception that is being fought, and how the BJP has responded after that, after the famous article in New York Times that created ripples in India. So yes, a battle of perception is being fought. Now it remains to be seen who actually wins this battle. But yes, BJP is definitely on the offensive, and it is going to remain so in the coming few days. However, no protest is planned as of today. But yes, in the next few days, we are being told that the BJP is going to step up its offense, and we are going to see many protests happening against the Aam Aadmi Party, not only for the liquor policy, but also for the discrepancies and the loss that the Aam Aadmi Party has shown in its Jal Board or the DTC and many other such departments. So yes, the BJP is going to step up its game. Now it remains to be seen how does the Aam Aadmi Party now defend this offensive that is coming from the BJP day in and day out, because this is not going to stop. The attacks from the BJP are going to be relentless, and this is the strategy going forward for the BJP, especially the Delhi BJP, who have been off the radar, if you say, for the past few months. But today, over the past few weeks, we have seen that the Delhi BJP especially has come to the fore, has come to the offensive, and is now attacking Aam Aadmi Party day in and day out. Today, we also are going to see the Congress party coming out and protesting. And now, since Arvind Kejriwal is trying to project himself as the replacement of Congress when it comes to national politics as the opposition party, so yes, the Congress also seems to be parting ways with Aam Aadmi Party, trying to protect its turf when it comes to national politics. So yes, very interesting times ahead when it comes to Indian politics as of now. But yes, especially in the national capital, we are going to see the BJP taking on Aam Aadmi Party hands-on. Now it remains to be seen how does the Aam Aadmi Party now respond to this and take this defense to an offense.
Thank you, Anshul.